Welcome to Infidelity Love, where love burns, lies unravel, and secrets always come to light. If you crave stories filled with passion, betrayal, heartbreak, and revenge, then you're in the right place. Here, every twist cuts deep, and every episode keeps you begging for more. Subscribe now and dive into the dangerous world where love and deception collide.
There was a woman named Maribeth. She was a kind and good woman. She lived in a small town with her husband. His name was Teldon. Teldon was a tall man with brown hair and blue eyes. Maribeth loved Teldon so much. She cooked for him, washed his clothes, and made him happy. Maribeth had a sister. Her name was Chesney. Chesney was younger than Maribeth. She had long black hair and a small round face. Maribeth loved her sister too. She gave Chesney food and clothes and let her visit the house all the time. But something bad was happening. Teldon was not a good man. He smiled with Maribeth, but his heart was not true. He was telling Chesney sweet words when Maribeth was not looking. He gave Chesney small gifts and touched her hand in secret. One day, Maribeth cooked food. She made rice and chicken stew. Teldon came back from work. He said he was tired. Maribeth told him to eat, but he said he wanted to rest first. After a while, Chesney came to visit. Maribeth was happy. She gave Chesney a big hug. Maribeth said, "Come and eat, my sweet sister." But Chesney said, "Let me rest a little." Maribeth went inside the kitchen to clean the plates. The sun was going down. The room was quiet. Then, Maribeth heard a soft laugh. It was not a big laugh. It was a small, shy laugh. She came out quietly. And what did she see? Maribeth saw Teldon and Chesney in the sitting room. Teldon was holding Chesney's hand. Then, he kissed her, not on the cheek, not on the hand, but on the lips. Maribeth stood still. Her heart was broken. She wanted to scream, but no sound came out. She turned and went back to the kitchen. Her hand was shaking. Her eyes were full of tears. She asked herself, why? Why would my own husband kiss my sister? That night, Maribeth could not sleep. She stayed on her bed, thinking. She looked at Teldon's face when he was sleeping. She felt pain in her heart. The next morning, Chesney came again. She smiled like nothing happened. Maribeth smiled too, but inside she was crying. She wanted to talk to Chesney. She wanted to ask her why, but she was too scared. She wanted to ask Teldon why, but she didn't know how. Then one evening, something happened again. Maribeth came back early from the market. She bought yam and tomatoes. She opened the door slowly. The house was quiet. She called, "Teldon. Chesney." No one answered. She walked to the sitting room, and again she saw them. This time, Teldon was holding Chesney so close. His hand was on her waist. Chesney was laughing. Maribeth dropped the food on the floor. The sound was loud. Teldon and Chesney turned around. Their faces changed. Teldon said, "It's not what you think, Maribeth." But Maribeth's eyes were full of tears. Chesney said, "Please, I can explain." But Maribeth didn't want to hear. She ran out of the house. She ran to the small garden behind her house. She cried and cried. "Why me? Why my own sister?" she asked. Maribeth stayed in the garden until night. The moon was shining. The wind was cold. Then, she made a promise to herself. She said, "I will find out the truth. I will know how long this has been happening. I will not be a fool. I will open my eyes." And from that day, Maribeth began to watch them. She watched every move. She watched every word. She began to write what she saw in a small red book. She wrote the day, the time, and what they did. Days passed. Weeks passed. And one evening, she found a small paper in Teldon's pocket. It was a love note. And guess what? It was from Chesney. The paper said, "I can't wait to see you again. I love you more than my sister does. Meet me behind the big tree at 9 o'clock. Maribeth held the paper tight. She felt fire in her chest. "Now I know," she whispered. But she didn't tell them she knew. She planned to follow Teldon that night. She wanted to catch him and Chesney together. She waited in her room. She watched the clock. 8:30, 8:40, 8:50. Then, she heard Teldon's soft steps. He opened the door. He went out. Maribeth followed him slowly, like a cat. She saw Teldon go to the big tree behind the garden. Maribeth hid behind the flowers. Then, Chesney came. They hugged. They kissed. Maribeth's heart was broken again. But this time, she was ready. She took out her phone. She took a picture. Then, Maribeth's hands were shaking as she held her phone. She looked at the picture. It showed Teldon and Chesney together under the big tree. Their faces were close, their hands were holding each other. Maribeth's heart was very heavy. It felt like a big stone was inside her chest. She wiped her tears and took a deep breath. "Now I have proof," she whispered. But Maribeth was not ready to show them the picture yet. She wanted to see how far they would go. She wanted to know if Teldon would still lie to her. She wanted to know if Chesney would still smile in her face. So, she went back inside the house before them. She cleaned her face. She washed her eyes with water. She acted like she was sleeping when Teldon came back inside. Teldon opened the door slowly. He looked around. He saw Maribeth on the bed and thought she was fast asleep. He removed his shoes and lay beside her. But Maribeth was awake. Her heart was crying, but her face was calm. The next morning, Chesney came again like nothing happened. "Good morning, sister," Chesney said with a big smile. Maribeth forced a small smile. "Good morning, Chesney." Inside her heart, Maribeth was saying, "You will soon see." Later that day, Maribeth cooked again. She made fish stew with rice. Teldon and Chesney sat together, laughing and talking while she was in the kitchen. But Maribeth was listening. Teldon said, "I wish you were my wife, Chesney. You make me feel good." Chesney laughed and said, "One day, maybe I will be." Maribeth's hands shook as she held the spoon. She wanted to run out and shout, but she kept quiet. That night, Maribeth called her best friend, Noreen. Noreen was a tall woman with curly hair. She loved Maribeth very much. Maribeth told Noreen everything, about the kisses, about the love note, about the picture. Noreen was shocked. "Oh no, Maribeth. How could Chesney do this to you? Your own blood." "I don't know, Noreen," Maribeth said, crying softly. Noreen said, "You must be strong. Don't let them break you. Keep watching them. Gather more proof. One day, you will decide what to do." So Maribeth promised herself, "I will not cry anymore. I will be smart. I will catch them well." And the days passed. But something strange began to happen. Chesney stopped coming to the house for 2 days. Teldon looked worried. He called her phone again and again. Maribeth saw his face. "Why are you calling my sister so much?" she asked him, pretending to smile. Teldon scratched his head. "Oh, I just wanted to know if she's fine." Maribeth nodded. That evening, Teldon left the house without saying where he was going. Maribeth followed him again. She wore a big scarf to cover her hair and face. Teldon went to Chesney's small house. Maribeth stayed outside and listened. Inside, Teldon was shouting, "Why are you not picking my calls? Don't you love me anymore?" Chesney said, "I don't know, Teldon. I feel bad about what we're doing. Maribeth is my sister." Teldon grabbed her hand. "You promised me, Chesney. You said you love me. You can't stop now." Chesney started crying. Maribeth felt her heart break again, but she didn't stop listening. Then, Chesney said something shocking. "Teldon, I think I'm pregnant." Maribeth gasped. She almost screamed. "Pregnant?" she whispered to herself. "How? When?" Teldon was silent for a while. Then, he said, "Is it mine?" Chesney nodded. Teldon put his hands on his head. "Oh no, what do we do now?" Maribeth quickly took another picture through the small window. Then she left before they saw her. She ran home fast. Her heart was beating like a drum. "My sister, pregnant for my husband? This can't be real," Maribeth said. That night, she couldn't sleep. The next morning, Maribeth decided to act like she knew nothing. But inside, she was making a plan. A big plan. A plan to expose them. She called Noreen again and told her about the new secret. Noreen shouted on the phone, "What? That devil of a girl is carrying his child?" "Yes," Maribeth said, tears in her voice. "Okay," Noreen said, "I have an idea." And they made a plan. A big plan. A plan for Sunday evening. And that was when everything would change. Sunday evening came. The sun was going down. The sky was orange and pink. Birds were flying home. Maribeth wore a red dress. She brushed her hair. She cleaned the house very well. She made pepper soup and fried chicken. The house smelled so sweet. Teldon came back from town. He was surprised. "Wow, Maribeth, you look beautiful today," he said. Maribeth smiled, but inside her heart she was angry. "Thank you, my husband." Soon, Chesney came too. She was wearing a long blue gown. Her stomach looked a little bigger, but she tried to hide it with a big bag. "Good evening, sister," Chesney said. Maribeth smiled again. "You look lovely, Chesney." Then Noreen came too. She was part of the plan. Noreen brought a small black bag. Inside the bag was a small video camera. They all sat down to eat. Maribeth served pepper soup and chicken. They laughed and talked. Maribeth acted happy, but inside, her heart was shouting. After eating, Maribeth stood up. I have something to show you all, she said. Chesney's face changed. Teldon's eyes blinked fast. What is it, my love? Teldon asked. You will see, Maribeth said. She brought out a big black book. It was the book where she wrote everything. The dates, the times, the things they said, and the things they did. She placed it on the table. This is my book of truth, Maribeth said. Teldon and Chesney looked at each other. I don't understand, Chesney said, her hands shaking. Maribeth smiled. You will. Then, Noreen took out the video camera. Say hello to the camera, Noreen said. Teldon jumped up. What is this? Why are you recording us? Sit down, Noreen shouted. Chesney started to cry. Sister, please don't do this. But Maribeth was calm. I gave you both my love. Teldon, you were my husband. Chesney, you were my blood. And you both betrayed me. Read what I wrote, ****, Maribeth said, pointing at the book. Chesney's hands shook as she opened the book. She saw everything. The day they kissed under the tree. The love note. The night at the garden. The talk about the pregnancy. Pictures were inside too. Chesney covered her mouth. Teldon's face was pale like paper. Noreen laughed. So now you both know Maribeth is not a fool. Then something strange happened. Chesney fell on the floor. She was crying. I'm sorry, Maribeth. I didn't mean to. I was weak. I was stupid. Forgive me. Teldon knelt down too. Please, my wife. It was a mistake. I swear I still love you. Maribeth looked at them. Her eyes were like fire. Love, she asked. Is this how you show love? By sleeping with my sister? By getting her pregnant? The room was silent. Only Chesney's soft cries filled the room. Then, Noreen asked, so what will you do now, Maribeth? Maribeth was quiet for a while. She picked up the book. She picked up the camera. She looked at Teldon. She looked at Chesney. I don't know yet, she said. But I'm not done with you both. I will decide what to do. And when I do, you will remember this day forever. Then, she walked out of the house. The sun was down now. The stars were in the sky. The wind was blowing gently. Maribeth walked to the small river near the house. She sat on a rock. She looked at the water. She remembered all the good times she had with Teldon. She remembered how she and Chesney used to play as children. Her eyes filled with tears. She asked herself, why me? What did I do wrong? How did my own sister become my enemy? Then, she made a promise to herself. I will not be weak. I will not be broken. I will rise again. I will be strong. And while she sat there, something moved in the dark. A man's voice called her name softly. Maribeth. She turned quickly. It was a man she hadn't seen in years. His name was Orven. Orven was her old childhood friend. He had left town many years ago. Now he was back. Orven? Is that you? Yes, Maribeth, he said. And when she saw him, her heart felt warm for the first time in a long time. They sat and talked by the river. She told him everything, and Orven listened. He held her hand. You don't deserve what they did to you, Orven said. Maribeth smiled softly. Thank you for listening. And as they talked, the night grew dark. But in the house, Chesney and Teldon were scared. They didn't know what Maribeth would do next. They didn't know she had met Orven, and they didn't know what was coming. Maribeth and Orven sat by the river. The moon was bright in the sky. The water made soft sounds as it moved. Crickets were singing. Orven looked at Maribeth's face. You've suffered too much, Maribeth. You don't deserve this pain. Maribeth sighed. I don't know what to do, Orven. My heart is broken. I feel lost. My own husband, my own sister. Orven held her hand gently. You're stronger than you think, and you're not alone anymore. I'm here now. Maribeth looked into his eyes. It felt good to talk to someone who truly cared. She told him about the love notes, the kisses, the pictures, the pregnancy, the book, the video, everything. Orven's face grew serious. You need to be careful, Maribeth. Teldon is dangerous. A man like him can do anything when he feels trapped. Maribeth nodded. That's why I haven't made my move yet. I'm watching them. Then Orven said something strange. I came back to this town for a reason, Maribeth. I didn't just come to see my mother's grave. I came for you. Maribeth's eyes widened. For me? Orven nodded. Yes, I've always loved you. Since we were children. I wanted to tell you, but you married Teldon before I could. Maribeth's heart jumped. She didn't know what to say. Before she could speak, her phone rang. It was Noreen. Maribeth, where are you? Noreen asked. By the river, Maribeth answered. Noreen's voice was shaking. You need to come home now. Something is happening. What happened? Chesney is packing her things. Teldon is shouting. They're fighting. I think Chesney wants to run away. Maribeth stood up fast. I'm coming. She looked at Orven. Please walk me home. Orven nodded. They hurried down the small path toward the house. As they got closer, they heard voices. You lied to me, Chesney. Teldon was shouting. You told me you love me. Now you want to leave me with this shame? Chesney was crying. I can't stay, Teldon. Maribeth knows everything. Everyone knows. I can't live like this. Maribeth and Orven reached the door. Maribeth pushed it open. What's going on here? Teldon turned around. His face was red. His eyes were wild. Maribeth, you did this. You made my life a mess. Maribeth didn't flinch. No, Teldon, you did this to yourself. You broke our home. You betrayed me. And now, you will pay. Orven stepped inside too. Teldon's face changed. Who's this? Who is this man in my house? An old friend, Maribeth said. And he's here to help me pick up the pieces you left behind. Chesney dropped her bag. Please, sister, save your tears, Chesney. I don't need them. Just then, Noreen came out from the bedroom with her phone in her hand. I've recorded everything, Noreen said. And if anything happens to Maribeth, the whole town will know what you both did. Teldon's face turned white. He looked like a man who just saw a ghost. Then he did something no one expected. He ran into the bedroom and locked the door. Teldon, come out. Chesney shouted, banging the door. But Teldon didn't answer. Maribeth looked at Orven. Let him stay there. Let him think. Let him cry. Chesney fell on her knees. Please, sister, let me stay. Don't chase me away. Maribeth's heart was heavy. She didn't know whether to forgive or to throw her out. She looked at Orven. What should I do? Orven shook his head. This is your decision, Maribeth. But remember, some snakes bite again when you pick them up. Maribeth sighed. She looked down at Chesney. For now, leave this house. I don't want to see your face. Chesney cried loudly. Noreen opened the door. Go, Chesney, before you cause more damage. Chesney grabbed her bag, her eyes full of tears, and ran out of the house. The room was quiet. The wind blew softly through the window. Maribeth looked around. She felt tired, broken, but somehow, lighter. She sat on the chair. Orven sat beside her. Noreen stood by the window, and nobody spoke. The night was long, but somewhere in the dark, new secrets were still waiting. Teldon was still in that room, and Maribeth didn't know what he was planning, but something in her heart told her. This story isn't over. The house was very quiet. Teldon was still inside the bedroom. The door was locked. Nobody knew what he was doing. Maribeth sat on the chair. She was tired. Her heart was heavy, but she felt a little peace because Chesney was gone. Orven held her hand. Noreen was by the window, watching the moon. After a while, Maribeth stood up. I need to know what Teldon is doing inside that room, she said. Noreen nodded. Let's be careful. Orven went to the door and knocked softly. Teldon, open the door. We need to talk like men. There was no answer. He knocked again. Teldon, don't be a coward. Face the truth. Still, no answer. Noreen looked worried. Maybe he's sleeping, she said. Maribeth shook her head. No, Teldon never sleeps when he's angry. He's planning something. Orven tried to open the door. It was locked from inside. He looked around and picked a small stick. Let's break the lock, he said. They all agreed. Slowly, Orven pushed the stick inside the lock. With a small sound, it opened. The room was dark. Orven switched on the light. What they saw made everyone freeze. Teldon was sitting on the bed, holding a bottle of strong drink. His eyes were red. His face was wet with tears. On the table beside him was a small bottle of pills. What are you doing, Teldon? Maribeth asked, her voice soft. Teldon looked up. I lost everything, Maribeth. I lost you. I lost Chesney. I lost my honor. I'm a fool. Orven stepped closer. You made this choice, Teldon. Nobody forced you. Teldon laughed bitterly. I thought I was smart. I thought I could cheat and hide it. I thought nobody would know. But lies don't stay hidden forever. Maribeth's eyes filled with tears. You broke my heart, Teldon. You killed the love I had for you. And now you want to harm yourself. No, that won't fix anything. Teldon dropped the pill bottle. I don't know what to do anymore, he whispered. Maribeth took a deep breath. You will leave this house, Teldon. You will leave me alone. You will go far away, and maybe one day, you'll learn what it means to be a good man. Teldon nodded. I deserve that. Orven helped Teldon stand up. Get your things and go, man. Teldon packed a small bag and walked out of the house. The night was cold. The stars watched from above. Norrin closed the door behind him. The room felt peaceful. For the first time in a long time, Maribeth felt safe. She looked at Orven. Thank you for standing by me. Orven smiled. I'll always be here, Maribeth. They sat together. The wind blew softly through the window. Maribeth closed her eyes. She knew her heart would heal slowly, but she was free. Moral lesson: infidelity is a cruel wound that breaks trust, love, and homes. Lies may hide for a while, but truth always comes out. No matter how sweet the secret, it always leaves bitter tears behind. Love with honesty. Keep your promises, because when trust is broken, it takes a lifetime to rebuild. Value those who love you, because not everyone gets a second chance.
Thank you for watching. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching and supporting my videos. Your time, your comments, and your love mean everything. Every view, like, and share keeps this channel alive, and I couldn't do it without you. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps bring even more passionate, emotional, and unforgettable love stories to life. Stay tuned for more drama, romance, and unexpected twists. Until next time, keep loving, keep feeling, and keep watching. Much love, Infidelity, love.